If you're getting into music production, you've probably come across something called an audio interface. And it can be confusing. People are not sure what it does, whether they need one, how many inputs they need, or if it will actually improve their sound. So in this video, I'm going to explain audio interfaces very simply. We'll look at what an audio interface actually does, when you need one, when you do not, what features actually matter, and how to choose the right type without overspending. By the end of this video, you will know exactly where an audio interface fits into your setup. At its simplest, an audio interface is a bridge between the real world and your computer. It lets sound go into your computer and sound come back out again. When you plug a microphone or an instrument into an interface, it converts that sound into digital audio your DAW can record. Most interfaces also include built-in microphone preamps. These boost the quiet signal from your microphone to a usable level before it's converted into digital audio. When you play music back from your DAW, the interface converts that digital audio back into sound for your headphones or speakers. So the interface converts sound into digital audio for recording and digital audio back into sound for monitoring. So it handles two main jobs, getting sound into your computer and sending sound back out again. That's it. A common question is, why can't you just use the built-in sound card on your computer? Technically, you can. But there are three big reasons people use audio interfaces instead: sound quality, latency, and proper connections. Built-in sound cards are designed for general use, not music production. Audio interfaces are designed specifically for recording and monitoring audio cleanly and accurately. Latency is one of those words that sound technical, but the idea is very simple. Latency is the delay between making a sound and hearing it back. If you sing into your microphone and hear your voice slightly late in your headphones, that is latency. Audio interfaces are designed to keep that delay as low as possible, so playing and recording feels natural. This is especially important for vocals, guitars, MIDI instruments, and real-time performance. You definitely need an audio interface if you want to record vocals, guitar or bass, microphones of any kind, external instruments. You'd probably want an audio interface even if you're working with mostly virtual instruments. It improves sound quality, reduces latency, and makes monitoring much more comfortable. The only time you might delay buying one is if you are just experimenting with a DAW and not recording anything yet. Even then, most people end up buying one fairly quickly. One of the most confusing parts is choosing how many inputs and outputs you need. Let's keep this simple. An input is something you plug into, a microphone, an instrument. An output is something sound comes out of, headphones or speakers. Most beginners only need one or two inputs. One input is enough for solo vocals or guitar. Two inputs lets you record vocals and guitar at the same time, or stereo sources. You do not need loads of inputs unless you're recording bands or multiple microphones at once. Most audio interfaces include mic inputs with built-in preamps. These boost the quiet microphone signal to a usable level. Some inputs can also switch to instrument mode for guitars and basses. This is important. Plugging an instrument into the wrong type of input can sound weak or dull. Most beginner interfaces handle this automatically or with a simple switch. You don't need to overthink it. Some professionals use separate external microphone preamps, but the built-in preamps in modern interfaces are more than good enough for most home studios. An audio interface also gives you a proper headphone output. This matters more than people realize. It lets you monitor at a comfortable level without distortion and better clarity. Many interfaces also allow direct monitoring. This lets you hear your microphone or instrument directly from the interface with zero noticeable latency. This can be very helpful for vocals and live recording. Most beginner and intermediate audio interfaces connect via USB. This is absolutely fine. USB interfaces are more than fast enough for music production and recording. Other connection types exist, but for most people, USB is simple, reliable, and affordable. Don't feel like you're missing out by choosing USB. People often worry about sound quality numbers, sample rate, bit depth, technical specs. Here is the simple truth. Any modern audio interface from a reputable brand is capable of professional audio sound. The difference between interfaces at beginner level is usually small. Your microphone choice, performance, room, and skills matter far more. Don't get stuck comparing endless specs. As a beginner, there are a few things you don't need to worry about: external preamps, digital expansion, complex routing, advanced clocking features. These are useful later, but not at the start. Focus on flexibility, simplicity, and ease of use. So let's summarize what a beginner audio interface setup looks like. One or two inputs, at least one headphone output, USB connection, good driver stability. That is enough to record vocals, instruments, and produce full tracks. You can upgrade later when you know exactly why you need to. The biggest mistake beginners make is either overspending or delaying too long. You don't need the most expensive interface, but struggling without one can slow your progress. A simple, reliable interface makes music production more enjoyable and less frustrating. That's the real value. An audio interface is not about sounding professional overnight. It's about making the process smoother, more responsive, and more enjoyable. Once recording feels easy, you can focus more on music and less on technical problems. That's when progress really starts. If you want, leave a comment letting me know whether you're currently using the audio interface or you're thinking of getting your first one. And if you're already using one, which interface are you using? If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing. I post a lot more free music production tips here on this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.